Good evening, Vice President of the European Commission, Vice President of the European Parliament, Ambassadors, Excellencies, Chief Rabbi of the Netherlands, leaders of Jewish communities, ladies and gentlemen. Jewish New Year, we call it in Hebrew Rosh HaShanah, the head of the year. We do not call it New Year, but we call it the head of the year. And the reason for it is because when we celebrate Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year, we do not celebrate the day where God created the world. But we do mark the day when God created the first human being, Adam. This is when we celebrate Jewish New Year. And the reason for it is because the world, of course, is great. The world is needed, but the world needs human being who behave like a human being. He's an American soldier who was among a group of soldiers who came to liberate one of the camps after the war. He said that when he came to one of the camps, one of the things that happened there were many people who got finally a lot of food, survivors, but their bodies couldn't really eat that much. And many people, thousands, died just because they were trying to eat too much. This is therefore that soldiers got an order to not provide food to survivors, but just to send them to the medical center. This American soldier arrived to one of the camps, and suddenly he heard a child begging bread, food, and he had a huge dilemma. What is supposed to do? On one hand, the orders were very clear. They are not allowed to provide food to survivors. On the other hand, how could you hear a child begging for bread and to not give him? He was not sure what we have to do. But then he came to the child. He closed his eyes and he gave a long hug to this child. He was hugging him for a few minutes, crying together with him. When he opened his eyes, after just a few minutes, he saw a line of kids. He asked them, what do you want? He said, we want love. We want to be hugged. And he was there giving hugs to child after child until every child who was waiting on the line got a little bit of love. And he said, no one cared about us for years. We were just a number. No one expressed any love toward us. And this is for the first time that someone gave us a hug without asking us who we are, where we are coming from, where are we aiming, just because we are human beings. And he said that for years later, he got calls and post letters from people who told him, we built houses, we got married, we continued our life, but we were able to do it thanks to this hug you gave us back then. Because for years, we did not believe anywhere we could grow, we could continue, we could live. But these few minutes that you gave for every child gave us the strength and encouragement to continue. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we live in a period where we cannot really give hug. Indeed, as Alex rightly said, we have to keep social distance. We have to fight the COVID by trying not to hand it over from one person to another person. But giving hugs to people, it's still possible. It doesn't have to be physically. It's solidarity. It is support, it is a smile, it is a compliment, expressing solidarity. This is why Rosh Hashanah called the head of the year, because there is a certain time that at least once a year every human being has to sit with himself, between him and his family, him and his friends, between him and God, and think, how did I behave in the last year? Did I give other people the loves they needed? Did I give them the smile, solidarity, sympathy, empathy? And if not, maybe now is the time to see how it could improve and it could be better for the coming year. We at the European Jewish Association, looking at the situations that are happening in Europe now, we are right now currently opening 20 branches in Europe where we will lend medical equipment for people in needs. It will be wheelchairs, it will be oxygen machines, it will be different kind of equipment that many people do not have the access, mainly in Eastern European countries, but not only. It's not only for the members of the Jewish communities, but it will be located in different Jewish communities, but with a clear message that every person who needs to borrow any medical equipment should be able to do so, because we're all human beings. If we help each other, that's the only way for all of us to survive and to continue to grow and have much better times to come. So on this Jewish New Year, where we wish to ourselves to be the head, which means to be able to lead ourselves, not to be only manipulated, not only to be running after our tails, but to be able to lead, to be able to take our own decisions and go to the right direction, to go just straight with our faith. I would like to wish each one of you to have a wonderful year to come. May you experience the best year possible with good health, happiness, success, and joy. And as we say in Hebrew, Shana Tova, wonderful year. Thank you very much.